What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Deska Pens, and today we have yet another amazing pen to review. Merry Christmas. This was recorded December 26th for those of you who really want to know. And this is one of two Christmas pens. The other one will be recorded shortly. But yes, this is a very, very, very fun pen. And I've enjoyed it, and it is from a brand that, I've really enjoyed, that has kind of grown on me and everything. And that would be, of course, the Lamy Ion. How about this? Check this puppy out. This is a really nice minimalist pen. I have it in a beautiful, fine nib. I have some of the pens in medium. I have this other pen in medium that I'm going to review, and then, of course, I have my beautiful Safari in broad. But right now, we're going to be talking about this pen, and I'm very, very excited for it. But first, let's look at the box. So real quick, just kind of going through what the unboxing experience kind of looks like. So, you have this really nice, kind of minimalist, classy looking box. You got the Lamy logo, so we all know where it's from, right? And then boom, 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 just like that. So originally, currently the cartridge, this is inked up with just the regular old standard Lamy blue cartridge, but that was right here. And you had this right here, and then you have this little kind of Lamy packet just kind of tucked down here on the side. And then of course you have the Lamy manual sort of tucked on the top. Does no harm to the pen. It's very nice, it's very chill. Something I kind of like about this though is that, you could have this right here, or you could have this in the pen and then 4 cartridges of various colors right in there, or maybe all of the same color. I'm just thinking about, in terms of traveling, this box itself is pretty small, pretty compact. Here's a comparison. It's just the regular old puppy. Yeah, it's honestly not too bad. And so, I personally like it. I think that this is phenomenal packaging on the part of Lamy, and the fact that there's, room for little cartridges. I think that that's super, super cool. So anyway, that's the box for you. So now going into the design of the pen, the thing that it screams is minimalism. This is very much a minimalist pen. You have the Lamy logo right here on the clip. This clip, this is a spring action clip, so you just depress it and then it's good to go. You can pull it from up here, but really no reason to. We have a nice little ink stain right there. Let me go ahead and get that off for us. And it's gone. Great, cool. Yeah. I know that this comes in 5 different colors. It comes in red, green, blue, black, and stainless steel, you could say, or maybe this would be palladium. Yeah, I have mine in stainless steel. I chose it just because I like it, and I think that this is really durable. One of the big motivators to buying this pen was just the grip itself. As you know, I love my Safari. I have another Lamy pen that I don't want to really reveal yet, but it is much like the Safari. It's kind of in the same shape, so it's either going to be an LX or an All-Star. And, a very, very nice pen and everything, but the triangular grip was kind of just bothering me. And, ideally, if they made a Safari with just kind of a full round grip, I would be so down to buy it and write with it, because it has the right weight, the right kind of just everything. But seeing this, I took it and, I wrote with it a couple of times. And I just really, really enjoyed it, and I was like, I've got to get my hands on one of these. And so, I now have kind of 3 out of, I have fine, medium, and broad. And then, of course, there's extra fine, which I don't really want to get. And then there is another, and then there's oblique broad and all the different stub nibs and all this. I personally like medium and broad probably the most, but the fact that I have the fine is still super cool, and I'll be able to kind of test out different inks with it just to see what it does. There's a little more feedback on it, which is a little annoying, but thank goodness that the nibs are interchangeable, because after this video I would like to put my broad nib on here just to experience it and just to have some fun. Kind of going into posting the pen a little bit, I'm not a big fan of the posting. I feel like it's not the most stable thing in the world. As you guys can see, it kind of shakes a little. With that said, I was aware of that, like getting it, like I knew that that was going to happen, so I kind of prefer just writing with it unposted, and that just kind of is what it is, which, I mean, it's another part to look after. If I was seriously scared about something, I could still post this thing and write with it, right? The pen itself is not very back heavy. That's the nice thing. You know, this pen does not weigh a whole lot. It's about in between 20 and 25 grams. Yeah, and it's a very, very, very nice pen. And so the nib itself, I think it's shaped a little bit differently. Nah, well, like a touch. It's shaped like a touch differently from your standard Lamy nib, but nothing too crazy to be like worried about. It is still interchangeable though, with all the great nibs that the Safaris and that, you know, the LXs and everything except for the Lamy 2000 has to offer, which is super, super, super nice. So yeah. Okay, just to clarify, the pen itself actually weighs 33 grams, which, you know, to be honest, that's kind of shocking. I was on Jet Pens and that's what it was saying. And I was like, okay, I guess it does, but I'll be totally real with you guys. Like, I did not expect that. Like, it feels fairly lightweight to me. It doesn't feel like this is a heavy pen at all. And so maybe it's just the fact that it's so big that the weight's kind of just evenly distributed and stuff, and just kind of, you know, fits into the hand. That could be a factor. But yeah, I mean, hats off to Lamy for kind of figuring that out, you know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, the body, if I remember correctly, the body, according to Jet Pens, was 21 grams, and then the cap itself was 12 grams. So what's funny is that this weighs more than my Kaweco Sport, which is just 9 grams total. So that's kind of funny. But anyway, let me actually just do some math just to make sure I'm right on that. 20, did I say 21? Yeah. 21 plus 12. Okay, 3. Yep. Cool. Okay. Lamy. Okay, so on the very nice Nemosine paper, and just so we're all familiar, I'm almost done with this little thing. Nemosine B5, 80 sheets, 80 GM2, made in Japan. Do with this information what you will, but I mean, it's very, very smooth paper. I think it does very well for fountain pens in terms of just, you know, going easy on them. Yeah. Writing on this, it definitely makes my fountain pen feel very, well, not very smooth. There's still a little bit of feedback, but it's much nicer compared to some other papers that I've written on. I'm gonna write fine nib. Very cool. And then we're writing in Lamy blue. Yep. Probably, there we go. Close enough. I didn't want that A to look like an O. Then yeah. One thing I will say about fine nibs is there's something to be said about, what would I say? There's something to be said about the preciseness of it, you know, or no, the neatness of the fine nib, you know, sometimes with a broad, and yeah, sometimes with a broad nib, it can look, you know, just a little more, I don't know, thick. It's much smoother, but, you know, I feel like here I have a little more command, a little more control of my handwriting, which is nice. Sometimes the smoothness goes into slipperiness, which is a problem that I guess I have a little bit, just a touch with the Uniball Jetstream, but not too much. The quick brown fox jumps over. Yeah. Nice. Well, there's the alphabet. So yeah. So I mean, a fairly nice pen, you know? It's very, 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 very fun. Yeah. So real quick, before we close out, there is one more test that I would like to do here. So my wonderful brother, who was a big supporter of the channel, kind of looked, and he knew that I was kind of running out of paper, so he got me this amazing like cursive, you know, handwriting practice book. And I'm like, heck yeah, are you kidding me? And so yeah, and so we are going to be able to have quite a bit of fun here. Now this paper itself, it doesn't seem like it's designed for fountain pens, but I mean, I guess that's going to be part of the test, which is going to be kind of nice. So we have our wonderful Nib sign paper, and that notebook is almost filled out. I'm probably going to pick up another one. I feel like it's worth the investment, as it's only like $10 per, well, and granted, $10 is still a ton, especially for a notebook, right? But all things considered, I'm like, I can totally go donate plasma and grab another one. So anyway, but yeah, this is also super nice, you know, and it will keep us going for a long while, you know. And so I just open up to a random page, and it looks like we have, you know, just little words. It looks like a B ends right here, and C starts right there. So how about we write cake and we write bite? Why not? Why not? So pretty good. A little bit of feathering, but that comes with the territory. We have a wonderful cake, and we'd like to bite that cake. What about camp? Should we write camp, you guys? Let's write camp. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Not too shabby, you know? Let's look at some bleed through. And remember, this is Lamy blue. Little bit of bleed through over here, but, you know, that can't really be helped. It just kind of is what it is. Very nice. So I'd like to give you guys my final thoughts on this pen. So personally, as you guys know, I really love Lamy and stuff. And this is a pen that I was kind of looking at it, and it looked really, really cool to me. It looked super, you know, fine. And, you know, I purchased it with a fine nib. And the fine nib, admittedly, it's not my favorite, but I still wanted to have one just for the collection in general, just to kind of try things out, right? I think my ultimate hope with this pen is I'd like to buy a Lamy broad gold nib 14K. So that way I can kind of like, you know, have a fun little video where, you know, I end up showing it to you guys and we have a lot of fun with it. And maybe I'll pick up like another Safari just to, you know, kind of compare a broad gold nib to a steel gold nib, and, you know, pens that weigh relatively the same. But yeah, who's this pen for? I think a person who just kind of wants a nice minimalist, like minimalism. This is the ultimate like minimalism pen, you know. And so I feel like this is for people who don't want to be too flashy, but they do want to, you know, remain classy. And I realize that there's a lot of different pens that are like that. And I realize I've said that a lot about, you know, a ton of different pens, but there is just kind of something about it's a really sort of almost bland design that, you know, I think a lot of people will find weirdly appealing. You know, at least for me, that's kind of how I felt. I was like, man, this is like a really, really nice one, you know. In terms of the price range, I've seen this range from, you know, anywhere from $70 to around $89, you know, so like almost the 70 to 90 range. I forget how much I got this for. I think I picked it up for 84. But, well, hang on. Actually, my folks picked it up. I think they picked it up for like $84. I think. But, you know, it kind of depends on where they got it from. If they got it from the place I think they got it from, I think it was about $84. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. So yeah. So overall, a super nice pen, really, really cool. This will be a very fun project for me. I definitely want to pick up just a nice broad gold nib so I can show it to you guys, and so, you know, we can all have a good time with it. And yeah, I mean, I'm really, really excited for it, you know. But the nice thing is that I have the pen body that I really want, which is cool, you know. And so yeah, it's like Pilot and Lamy. Pilot and Lamy are the two brands that, you know, I want to have some kind of gold nib from, just because I think that they're really, really nice. And with Pilot, we've achieved that several times over, even though the only gold nib pen I have from them right now is the Vanishing Point. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. So anyway, in closing, if you want just a nice, stylish, sleek, modern look to your fountain pen, you know, that's just nice and, you know, again, classy, not flashy, this is the one, right? Just a nice minimalist pen. Fill out, you know, your journal with it. Fill out whatever forms at work they want you to fill out. Write down notes, whatever you want. I would recommend this pen, you know, just a nice, really simple, almost like a protagonist pen, you could say. That sounds so weird. Oh well. Anyway, okay. You guys take good care of yourselves, and this is your boy Discapens signing off. Bye. Hello, everybody. Real quick, just some post credit kind of note to the video. So I was actually just looking at my beautiful Aion, and I was kind of looking at it online, and I realized something. So currently I actually have it equipped with a nice broad nib. As you guys can see, that B is for broad. And this, pardon the nib creep, but this is now on my Safari, this nice fine nib, the original one that it came with. And as you guys can see here, the shape is actually very, very similar. Now here's the weird thing. The Lamy Ion, as advertised, is meant to have what's called a Z53 nib. And the Z53 nib essentially is a little more rounded. It almost looks like it's kind of like the shape of a leaf, whereas this is just your standard. I believe this is the Z50 nib. I was looking at the website, and I believe that the one that it came with, which is this one, is the Z50 nib. And so that is a little bit weird. I got this at a pen shop. Is it possible that maybe somebody, you know, asked to look at it, and then they swapped to one nib for the other without the guys looking? I don't really know. It's not that big of a deal, because in all honesty, I hear that the Z53 nibs are a little finer compared to the Z53 nibs are a little bit finer compared to our regular Z50 nibs, which, I mean, if I had to choose, I would want it a little more broad, just because I feel like those are a bit more smooth. So it's not the end of the world, but it's something that I just thought I would point out, that at least the way that it's advertised online, I should not have received this nib. I should have received a whole different kind of nib, but I did not, but that's okay. And so anyway, I just want to let you guys know that, yeah, it's just something I've noticed over the past couple of days, and I'm like, that's a little funny. And so anyway, cool. Okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.